So good morning, everyone. Okay, yeah. So good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible and visible to you for the virtual people who joined the meeting and wanted to have this knowledge sharing sessions. So this knowledge sharing session going around from couple of months back, and we are continuously doing it with industry specific. And today we are actually doing the industry specific logistics and what we have covered up in this specific case studies. So I would like to you guys also involve in this presentation and understand what we have done and completed how this project it was. It was one of our RCG clients, and we have completed this specific solutions. So we have built an entire journey for them from their lead journey to exact deliver the product to the customer's ends. So they wanted an end-to-end journey. So we have built these solutions for the organization. So before jump into this logistics part, I just wanted to share with you guys a very comedy story. So it's being comedy with from last couple of weeks back with me. So I was shifting my home, okay, from one place to another. And although I am not here from Bangalore, I am from a different state. So I have to shift my entire house to the different locations. And while doing that, I am identifying a lot of different stories about around the logistics, because there are the multiple products I have to brought from the different websites, like a quick commerce to e-commerce or some marketplace. So I'm researching and understanding how their logistics models are working, and I believe that we think logistic is just a one word, but if you see and if you go into deeper, that every organization or every company in logistic handle in a different manner, okay, as per their industry practices, as per whom they are targeting as a consumer. For an example, if some products I wanted to brought from the Amazon, it has a totally different supply chain and logistics systems compared to what we order from the Zepto, and what we order from the porter, and what we order from the Chandrapal has given me one of the best website called Uncle Delivery. It was amazing. It was amazing because it's because the price difference is totally different. The which product I want to brought from location A to B, it was porter were costing me around 3,500 to 4,000 rupees. Porter did just in 500 rupees. So it was huge difference because their operations is totally different rather than to targeted customers. Okay, so it was very fun activity, and I go into the deeper how their application actually works on, and how the business is operating in a different manner. How their system is very smooth and how a system is very complex. While doing the delivery, there are multiple edge cases I found out. For an example, if I want to brought some product from the ground floor, it is a different price. I want to brought a product from third floor without a lift, and to deliver to the some location without a lift. It is also the price difference is too much high because the extra technicians or extra worker you will need to add. This is another extra edge case we need to handle, and the same extra edge case you can see in this RCG also. So I'm able to identify how these logistics organizations are working as respect to their organizations whom they are delivering. So at contextual specific, we are able to understand when you are actually being with the customers. Okay, so I believe we all are doing the logistics every single day, ordering the products. You're being that chain, but we couldn't understand. We are part of that only. Okay, so every single day when you wake up in the morning, every products who's are getting to us is being in a logistics level, or we are traveling from one location to another, everything in a logistics. So logistics is a part and parcels. And I was also curious about when I was very young, fourth standard or sixth, five standard, and I was reading the book of history, and there is a very amazing concept called they found out the invention of will. Okay, at this time, and I was very curious, what is the what is the so much of very invention of will, very older book, fourth or five standard. I have that chapter, and I was very curious, why it is this is a big difference of invention of wheel. Human are not able to travel one location to another. So then I understand how it is important today nowadays. Invention of that wheel, how it is connected with the technology, and how it is very important being in a logistics crew. So I'm just setting the context, guys, to before jumping into the specific case study. So I believe we are all in the same page, and we wanted to be in that space to go ahead with this specific case studies. So thank you, Chandrapal, for and giving context to and preparing these presentations. So first of all, we going to the industry, the agenda of the today's presentations. The first thing is we understand how the RCG industry, specifically in logistics, how the RCG industries work, what are their market size worldwide and India, how they're going to expanding in India level. The India is being logistic expanding so huge. It's in terms of the metro cities, the logistics businesses are increasing so far. There every day the new requirement coming, the every day new edge cases are coming, every day the customer looking very smoother journey to having this entire process. What are the problem statement and what are the challenge of this specific customers are facing and how we need to resolve that. Current roles and operation structure, what are their different roles, how they are operating their logistics system, that we will be able to understand. Then process deep down, we will understand what exactly the requirement they have given to us, what is the specific requirement they have, and we will understand what are the sub module and what are the solution what we have done for them. Okay, so this is how the today's agenda. Let's understand RCG. It's like a retail consumer goods. Okay, every organizations in this space, majorly they are having the in-house manufacturing. Okay, they actually produce their products. In terms of in this organization, they're 80 to 90% they are own no creating their product, building their products, and minimum 10 to 20% they are exporting in this organization. Very rare percentage, but their segment is a different one. It was in under that organization, but 10 to 20% they are exporting from the other organizations. Okay, the basically they have a specific mother house. Okay, they will entirely building the products in this organization. Just a moment, guys. So entirely building the products on this specific systems. Okay, so they have a specific mother house. On that mother house, they were actually doing multiple products, and these. It's just like your heartbeats are reducing. The moment it is stopped, oh, we're gonna stop the present. Okay, so this was the products. Okay, so we have there one, we are in logistics that is called stock transfer B2B. So in this specific organization, they majorly what happened in any RCG, they're expanded in specific metro cities or tier 2 city, tier 3 city, and they have a different warehouses or different stores for the end customers, because they are the manufacturer, they are the retailer, and they are actually selling the product to the end customers. So their entire supply chain they have to manage, because they have to deliver to end of the customers. Okay, so they have a very specific concept called stock transfer moment, and this is very rare in every product. This product is this organization is basically being in a furniture and that segment they are. So they're having the the larger set of products. So that product is just not like a Zepto. You cannot order a sofa in 5 minutes. Okay, so it is just like that product. So the delivery system is totally different. So logistic and stock transfer, then store to customer delivery. Okay, so some products are come to their store with their experience center. They will experience the products and they are buying the product from that specific store. For that use case, we have the stock transfer also, because some customers, I like the sofa in this color. This color is good, but I want it in a green color. So exactly that this was the case was coming. Okay, that is the reason we have the stock transfer. And another thing that is called installation and service. So this is one of the edge cases I figured out while doing the this my home shifting. So there is one of the edge cases, like for example, if you order the filter water purifier, so there is a one concept of delivering the filter from one location to your home, and another concept of having the installation. In that installation, how many things you have already being there, or how many things are not there. So there is also very different segments are there. So there are a number of edge cases. While the technicians come, are the prerequisites are there or not? If there is available, then we are able to, he can able to install the purifier. Otherwise, he won't able to do that. So this is a very important thing. It's just not delivering the one product from one location to another. It's just about giving them this usable product. Even if I get the product, but it is not usable, the customer service is automatically, this delivery is no useful for the customers. Okay, even if you give me that purifier 10 days before and you are not doing the installation and I'm not able to use that. So that is very critical point in this specific segments too. So how they have find out the problem and how we are giving them some solutions with their existing problems. So we have built some technician apps for these problems too. So we have identified these three things. They are facing the challenges and how we need to solve this specific target, this specific area. Let's understand how the logistics is multi-trillion dollar company. If you can see, guys, 5.7 to 6.7 trillion dollar revenue on no, this industry specifically doing in year or year. It's growing very rapidly. In India, if you can forecast, is 230 to 290 billion we are doing every single year just for the logistics, just for the transportation of the product from one location to another product no, locations. 13 to 14% has growing, 13.3% of revenue every single years are growing and growing, just because to giving the customers a better service. Okay, and this industry is something specifically when it comes to large people, there is a bigger chances of missing the product, the missing the delivery. It happens with you many a time in while the Zepto or while being the some product gaming. If you have ordered 20 plus products, some or the other time he missed one or two item, and he just put it and give it to you and he left it out. So how do we have to, as a customers, along with the application who build the application, what they need to be assured, your delivery should not have the multiple times coming and going and having the return problem. So if you guys see, guys, in Amazon last year they have loss due to return $6.7 billion, just because of return products. 6 to 7 billion, it's a huge amount of money they have lose just for the return product. If you see the Mantra and bigger products, they just having the big problem of return. So but the quick commerce solve that problem. Okay, in the right now, if you see, guys, they have an open delivery. Okay, you can open and have along with the Flipkart Plus and Flipkart fast delivery, they have also identified the problem of having the check your order and then you can confirm your delivery. So they have identified these problems. They have not completely reduced, but at least they have 70-80% reduced this challenge of return. So this was the actual numbers, and if we solve the bigger problem and identify any cases, so that can be the solution for this problem for the solutions. Okay, so key challenges what they have organization, because right now we are actually implementing the Salesforce to entire organization from lead journey to logistics. There was no specific visibility they are able to get. Okay, they are not able to understand how many inventory I have, which specific stores, how many are actually available, how many is in my warehouse. They don't have any visibility. Sales store member don't know how when my logistic will be planned, when my logistic will be delivered to my product. It was there, but it was only on WhatsApp, emails, and their Excel sheets. Okay, what happened when it's come to one product? It is very easy for me to understand this product. I have to take from one location to another location, but this customer is having the same 5 product with 5 different locations. Okay, with the different routes we have to plan and we have to deliver. So they don't have the visibility. So they have required more manpower to understand how do we can analyze this thing. Along with, they don't have the inventory visibility, how much. And the third problem is that they don't know this product payment has been completed or not, or half payment is completed or not. They don't have the account visibility, because in this because the price of the product was very higher. Some customers are paying 8 lakh, 9 lakh, 10 lakh, minimum 2 lakh, 3 lakhs and above, because this is a premium customer. So are there, and some customer paying in this slots, like it's like not like a EMI. There are different slots, 30%, 50%, and then the 100%. They have different segments of the products. So for them, it is too tough to identify which product has been completed. So we have identified this problem, which product needs to take the approval from their management. So this was the very bigger challenge they are facing. They now don't have any identification on their visibility of the product, which is available, which is not available, how we can manage the delivery. This is big challenge they are facing. The second thing is what, there is no coordination. Just like I told you, they don't know what accounts team is doing, what warehouse has the product, which product QC is completed, which product is not QC is completed. They don't have the visibility. So it was just another big challenge for them. There is no coordination. So say once the Salesforce having, so they know this product is come by this customers. He done this payment. This inventory is available there. So that was the challenge we have figured out and we have identified. And we are giving them the proper solution. We have mapped that. There are another problem was their compliance and documentation. Okay, in logistics, guys, this is very important to understand. Government is specifically giving the e-way bill services. And e-way bill is only generated once you have the invoice of the products. Okay, when you have that invoice number, then only you can generate the e-way bill, and then only you can pass your vehicle from one location to another. So this was the bigger challenge for them. They have the manual copies of e-way bills and they have to showcase, but there is no digital format, because sometimes what happens, this delivery of the product, two products are there, one product is left or one product is damaged, and they don't able to understand whom they have damaged. This product is it damaged by the factory itself, it is damaged by the loading and uploading, okay, and it is damaged by the customers itself. So they are getting a lot of inquiry from the customers itself. There are a number of cases were being raised. So there was the documentation is not proper. That is the reason they were not able to identify whom this damaged this product. And fourth challenge they are facing, installations quality. Okay, what happened? This I told you this is a very premium customers was there, and they are expecting because it's in the furniture and sofa has a bigger leather they are using actually. The leather sometimes fragile and not being in a proper because of the wrong installation process. Okay, some might be the customer problem, some might be the installation, some might be the technician problem. So they are not able to understand why this is happening. So we have identified this problem. So we have given in the app, this is called pre-installation photograph they can take, and they can take post-installation of photo. So they have the proof in their mobile application, along with those data we are capturing in Salesforce itself. So they are having the proof pre-installation how it was looking, post-installation how it is. So they can identify the case compliances and they can improve the installation quality. And it was a very high costing for them to identify everything is in the manual. So we have identified this was cost they are facing a lot, because number of route plannings they have to do. So here is we have also giving them the right solution how they need to be identified, how they need to be solved. Then stock accuracy, this I told you, stock accuracy and shrinkage. There is one more challenge I just want to tell you. They will identify the product on the basis of serial number. For an example, if this chair have a serial number 1 2 3 4 5, but they were not identified how many colors in this same serial number. There is a black color, but there is a brown color, there is a green color. They only able to say there is a 7 chair, but there is a 0 green color. Some customer ask, they are able to see this is the 7 chair, but customer ask in the green color. They don't have the visibility. So this was the big challenge. Stock accuracy don't have, and somebody sold their product in different store, they don't have the visibility. So this was the challenge basically the company is facing, because this problem we don't need to fix in logistic front. We have to fix in entire organization front, club it out, and we have to build a solution around it. So this was the major challenges the organization was facing. And how do we identify? You can see in the next slide itself. So what we have done, this was a multi-system hand of the business case for the logistics. This was the two major case studies. This like a stock transfer. This was the first things what we have to do. Oh, the stock transfer is specifically what is happening. I'm giving you the example. One customer is coming into their store in JP Nagar itself. He identified one of the good furniture for him, like a dining table. He liked the dining table, but he said, I want it in a different format. I wanted to do customize. Okay. And here is they don't have any visibility. This same dining table might can available in another store. So here what we have given them a specific the inventory for them, so they can identify and they can go and track this product is already available in that store. You just do your sales order here and you can give it this product, you will get it in your store itself. Second problem is there, the approval challenges was there. Okay, what happened in this specific organization? This product, for an example, furniture, actually manufacturing date is today, for an example, or maybe 3 years back, and this they might have some expiry date too. Okay, 10 years, because it's a product has some specific. Sorry guys, a product has a specific self life. Okay, they wanted to sell in that specific time period of this product. They have to sold in that specific of product. So that is the reason we required a specific approval was the challenge, because they might give a more discount over, but whom to give more discount? So we have add there a specific approval process. Then there is a pending delivery leakage. Just I told you in stock transfer, some product can be delivered, some product cannot be delivered due to XYZ reason. Not there is no specific KPI what we need to be done, what have to be done. There is no specific KPI they need to be covered up. So we have identified what needs to be reporting should be done. So we have created a specific dashboard for them. How many number of delivery already scheduled for this date? How many deliveries are already being the warehouse itself? how many deliveries are supposed to be completed, but we need to take the follow-up. We have created a specific dashboards for the logistics teams, so they are able to identify and they were able to feel the day-to-day data to the customers. Okay, so this is how the major challenges what they are facing in the stock transfer. This was the role hierarchy of their organization, how their role hierarchy, how they're actually working. So there is a specific general manager the organization having. There's a logistics and cluster manager who was there, and the senior executives were there. Under them there is a driver who actually were going the down and actually having the application using and going from one location to another. And along with the driver there was another uh, uh, role is like a technician. So these are the exact role hierarchy for the organization. But sooner or later they have increased their team basis. Right now they wanted to do pilot in the this Bangalore locations, but they want to expand in a different pan India of entire their specific where their stores are maximum using operating. So here we wanted to see how the stocks transfer has been used in this specific retail and consumer good. Okay, how actual this process is happening. Okay, you cannot just call someone else and ask one store to give me this product over here. There are multiple documentation, multiple approvals will be there. Coming back to the same store, the same customers are coming to your stores, wanted the same product, but that product is not available, but same product available in another store with the same display. But he is able to identify once he has the visibility of inventory. So we have given this provision to their store manager. They are able to know which product I have already in the systems available, and but not in the store, but specifically in that stores. Okay, different color, different customization. So they may not lose the customer, because if you see, the furniture is something that people take on the feeling perspective. They feel about it, what they wanted. And second thing, the color combinations. That is a big customer psychology behind purchasing the furniture. They wanted to exactly what is matching to my wall should be my sofa. What their interior designer is showing to them, you should not buy blue, you should have this combination. So then only, because the customers was very specific in this point of front, so they understood. But the second challenge is what, they cannot keep all the color in the same location, because the size is very specification of the size. We have limited site structure for the specific store, so they cannot bring all the color in the same look. And just there will be just a display place, and there's something they need to sell to the customers. So these initiation is very important. This is the problem. So what he needs to be done, the store manager raise the indent to their cluster manager. Okay, cluster manager is somebody, he is from the top of the all the sales manager. He is received the approval, I need these products from this specific store to my customers. I want to have this product to display to my customer, my store itself. So he raised the one re-indent, so that we called it stock transfer note. Okay, this is the same specific document we raised. Once that approval goes to the cluster manager identify this product is required to that specific customers. So once they understand this is the requirement, then he approve. Once it is approved, it goes to stock transfer validation. Is this still that stock available, or some person is already booked or paid or not? That account verification is done. You see the stock transfer validation. After this understanding, they do the route planning, where these customers are there, what time, or which store it is required for that specific product. Once they understand this is the process we need to deliver, so delivery person will take the charge. Okay, they will route the planning the routes according to that, align the specific vehicle. Actually they are doing the manually, but we have done this entire process in Salesforce itself. They generate a document like an invoice. So here we have done the SAP integration with Salesforce. Once they generate the invoice, that invoice number and e-way bill come back to the Salesforce, and we're storing that e-way bill to Salesforce itself. Along with, they can generate one hard copy and then give it to the divers, so they can have a smooth transition of the documentation. For that, then the delivery, they are tracking how the delivery is going, how the delivery has been loading and unloading. So we have built a mobile applications over there, so they can take the photograph before uploading that specific truck transfer. Here is also what's happened. Sometimes the damaged product they transfer from one store to another. Here is also one time we need the QC of, because the product is big. Okay, the human and manual mandates are involved in this specific process, and there will be the chances of damaging some product. So the QC is very important. Every time they need to do the inspection of this specific product. from one store to another to wherever they are traveling. Okay, once they receive the product, okay, to the specific store, now here is also one more time we have to identify a system that specific store manager needs to accept that stocks transfer note, approve that note, okay. On the basis our inventory needs to change. For an example, this product was in a JP Nagar store, but now I want to showcase in Bowman Sandra centers, okay. So that inventory also we needs to manage, that one product has been deducted from this store, but it is available in now that store, because product is not being sold right now. Okay, so this is entire thing we have to map their internal delivery system. We need to map to stock transfer from one store to another with the same delivery vehicles. Okay, they have to map accordingly, and this was the process entirely we have to follow with the documentation, with align with their manual team members and with the multiple teams account approvals. So this is the entire process we have to map. First thing, and is there any question, guys? Okay. Thank you. I hope you're understanding this concept, and I'm trying to with various stories to able to understand and idea how this process actually. Once you visualize about it, when you actualize about it, when you can, we can able to implement in its proper system itself. Okay. Second things they are parallelly doing called a store to customer delivery. Okay. Here is the uh, a big things we need to add on, because now it is going to the customers. We have to identify and we have to exact pain point of how do we are scheduling this delivery. Okay, the first thing there, if you can see here in the diagram, they are scheduling the delivery. So what they are doing, they have a different teams for coordinating with customer. Sales team member, I wanted this product in this specific date, because this delivery is not like a returnable delivery. If you have to understand in very specific manner, it is too much heavy costing involved. I told you the porter take me 3,500 rupees only within 10 kilometers. So it is heavy costing, and if you know the Bangalore traffic, so it is so much, because one delivery they can only able to take one 5 to 6 delivery in a day just on one route. Okay, it is not, because the truck sizes is bigger. It is too difficult from them travel from one location to another. Scheduling is too tough for them. So we taken a proper follow-up and scheduling visit, what time the customers wanted. We actually capturing that scheduling. On that basis, date scheduling, we actually notifying if the product is notifying from the mother warehouse, directly they have the mother, they producing the product and they can deliver from the mother warehouse to customer itself. And if it's from stores to store, so we can actually notifying their specific customer, along with we are informing customers too. We are sending the message to customer, your delivery will be receiving this specific date. Along with that, this is very important point, we are payment verification. What happened used to this organization due to some top management, or there is no manual process, so there is no customization or there is system, and it was a manual process. What some people used to do, they used to take only half a payment, and remaining payment it was done by the cash on delivery, but that was not their industry standard. They wanted entire amount before delivering the product. So they were not able to identify this product amount has been completely received or not. Okay, so that is the reason we have added one more step called payment verification. Before delivering any product, we are sending one approval to accounts team. They're verifying this completely payment has been received. Then only the delivery logistics team can take over and they can send it to the customer's delivery. Okay, then on after they planning the route, they were actually generating one sheet. So we have created one Salesforce. They are able to plan their entire logistic planning, which product are there, what is their SKU number, what is their delivery challenge, entire thing. On that basis, they are assigning to specific driver, because they have 5 different vehicles, 5 to 7. They are going different vehicles, south, east, west, and north and central. So on that basis, they are loading the products. So here we are giving the mobile applications to deliver, drivers. So drivers will come, enter his username and password. And one more thing, they want to identify how much this driver spend kilometer. So they want to identify the moment they open the application, they will enter their meter having how much kilometer he has run till yesterday and how much he will not. So they want to calculate entire month how much money we have spent, how much kilometer we have traveled. So based on, because they are giving some cap to that specific driver, okay, for that specific logistic delivery tree. So they want to identify entire month how much we have spent on the kilometer. So this was the case we have identified. We have given them the dashboard. So end of the 30th, they are able to identify how many kilometers entire my 4 or 5 vehicles has been completed. Okay. So once this is done, the application is taking the product, deliver to the customers. Along with that, we're giving the OTP verification when the customer goes to the daily driver goes to customer's home or the delivery location. He take the OTP verification, along with he capture the photograph, he upload the mobile application, and hence they are taking the survey itself. Okay, they are taking the goods. Customers wants to give the feedback. They are actually capturing the feedback, and along with that, there is one more things I have already shared previously, like a technicians. So what they are doing, if the product is very smaller and they are able to fix in within half an hour to 1 hour, they inform customers that we will deliver. Meanwhile, we will do the technicians itself. So we have given the moment the delivery has been confirmed, the same task is for the technician itself. It automatically created that one work order for the technician. So technician just accept this work order and he just fix there itself. Okay. So once their furniture has been received, one or two, because they are actually 90% work will reduce. If there is a bigger installation, there will be the different image. If there total customization, there will be the different. But the smaller products, they bring one technician with their driver on. He is completing his work order. The moment the installation has been done, he also upload the photograph and the delivery has been successfully completed. So here is the entire journey of how the products bring from the stores or warehouse and deliver to the specific customers. So this is the two journey we have mapped from stock to top in this series, RCG products, because it's the in-house one, and the second is a store to customer delivery. This is the entire module we have built. They have a different teams, because majorly their CRM team also is involved there, because they want to capture how many installation are failed or how many installation not failed. So customer can raise the case from there and they can able to identify this case is coming from this specific customer. So they can align the same technician. The technician might not go with the driver. He will go with his bike, fix it and he come up and he gives the result, because this is come up with some compliance also. Okay, so it's not just delivering the product, it needs to be delivered along with the right installation has to be happen, and then customers can use that products. So these are the specific things we have built in specific, in this product. This specific implementation we have assigned specific assignment rule, mobile application notification, technician mobile app. We've done a data multiple things we have done in this project, because they have a very old legacy data too. They need to be transferred and they need to have the specific legacy level of delivery data. So this is also we have done in this specific implementation. This is one more thing, route planning. It is one of the complications things what we have solved, because route planning something they need a manual intervention along with the delivery locations. So this was one of the critical things we have handled over here for planning their route properly and assigning the specific driver based on their delivery route. So they will, it should not be increase their cost, reducing the cost and assigning the specific driver on the specific route. So this was planning needs to be done day before. So this they were doing and they are able to handle it, just because all the data we have in the backend, they just needs to just finalize it and give it to the specific driver. This is the solution we have provided to the customer. Okay, store manager, we have provided a different level of challenges and how do we get resolved. Then we have the cluster and logistic manager. Then we have technicians app, and then we are using, because in this project it's just not only the Salesforce we have implemented. We have integrated with SAP to take the backend data. Along with that, build the mobile applications for the customers, and along with the central of this thing, the logistic, we have built a specific solutions where the logistics teams can see entire their delivery, their route planning, along with their e-way bills, along with their deal with challan, everything and documentation. So they having the club it into the system itself. Okay, so this was the entire thing we have solution provided to the specific RCG client, and this was an amazing journey. We learn a lot of things in the specific entire how RCG product needs to be built. We got a lot of learning from their business stakeholders and how we needs to be implemented in the system itself. Okay, so this was the entire learning team from this specific RCG clients, and to understanding of this, we can able to have the confidence for the different client itself in the market itself. Okay, so this was an amazing journey. We worked this project very deeply to understand the customer's requirement, and we was able to understand how the logistics systems can work in a specific RCG industry. So thank you so much, team, for patiently listening me about this things. Anyone have any questions?
There is an online question.
Okay.
What is GRN and e-way bill and how they are different?
Okay, GRN is most of all a good receive note. Okay, this is the specific note they are actually having for their customer, no, their delivery team to generating before giving to the customer, to deliver from one location to another. And e-way bill is generating specifically for, if you called as like while generating the invoices, they're generating from the SAP system. So e-way bill is specifically used for the one location to another location for that purpose. Shipment, for the shipment purpose.
Also, one more thing I want to add. In the e-way bill, it's only generated once my goods amount is more than 50,000. Yes. It can be interstate, it can be outside the state also. Questions, anyone?
Whatever learning you share, that is consolidated learning from various RCG projects, or this was just for a specific customer?
Yeah, it was a specific customer, sir. They have a specific problem to be come up to us, and we have customized and we have provided the solutions.
So I remember you had explained that what all stakeholders the system had been designed, but that was primarily in an incremental manner.
Yes.
You can highlight in a consolidated manner that which all persona the system had been designed from their management perspective.
Okay. So first persona is like a logistics team, okay, logistic manager, and along with the logistic executive, who's are specifically doing the route planning. Okay, this is the one specific persona we have handled entire journey to getting the order from the sales teams. What are the delivery has been scheduled, from that to give hand over to the driver itself. This is the first persona. The second persona is a cluster manager who actually approving what are the stock needs to be gets transfer and deliver from one location to another. This is the second persona. The third persona is actually the driver who actually doing ground labor and doing the delivery from one location to another. And fourth is a technicians who actually doing the installation part and capturing the photographs and entire journey. So this was the four major persona we are actually handling in this process.
So for driver, it was a kind of field visit app or what?
It's not like a field visit app. It's just like a specific driver app. We have already built for another customers too in our organization. I cannot name it, but I already have this app. Actually, Rashid, I believe she's working on that project. So actually, there's a driver app. So having how many number of delivery. What happens, sir? The logistic manager assign the specific work order to that specific driver, and he needs to complete that task in that specific day while it is coming. These are the major 4 to 5 personas are in this.
So what used to happen in every RCG, they have in-house vehicles, they have vehicles which they have hired from outside. So the in-house vehicles, they plan the whole day for them, and they plan in a specific way that the routes are interconnecting. Let's say they are having 3 warehouses, 3 parts of Bangalore. So in one first of the warehouse, they will plan which are the deliveries which are nearby to that specific place, and they will plan the deliveries in the CRM system only. The moment the delivery planning is done by the logistics manager, the logistic executive will assign the driver. And the driver is assigned a technician and a vehicle. Now driver has a route plan in front of him which he has to follow with the distance, with the estimated time of delivery and everything. If there is a delay happening at one of the points, he can mark it as a delay so the next customer whom he is delivering to will get an automatic message. So when they start a delivery, they have to check in. When they close the delivery, they have to check out. So all those messages were going to the customers also and the internal team also. The major problem was that there was no visibility or interaction between the logistics team and the sales executive, who is the sole owner of that specific order. So logistics team was also getting the visibility, executive was also getting the visibility from the CRM, and the end customer. We usually get frustrated if we don't know where the product is. Right? We are very nowadays we are not patient, right? So that end customer is also getting the understanding of our product is coming in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, right? And it was a when my day was scheduled, before that only 2 days before the customer was intimated that would easily will be going. In cases where there are urgent deliveries, so accordingly additional vehicle was arranged, like in seasonal seasons, right? And technicians used to go along with the driver, or they can go afterwards. Also depends on the product. Okay. If the product needs assembly, or if the product needs installation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.